Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with the Disastrous Life of Saiki Season 2 episode number 9 and 10 reaction. Alright, the previous two episodes, we resume from the abandoned in the island, that whole situation. It kind of ended in a cliffhanger before. We resume for them from there. And like we get Psycho's help later on. We get to see he's kind of blaming himself and everything. And that's why he was not was trying to do everything on his own and all. And yeah, all that stuff we kind of see. And we just like how Psyche had planned. Psyche's first plan was to make the raft and kind of teleport them, when they're in the middle of the water. However, he changed his plan and he actually made a separate island completely, like a populated a separate island with the same, same trees and everything, and transported them from that island to that island, which is a lot closer to the actual shore, and so that it would be easier for a rescue boat to come and rescue them. And that was a good plan because yeah, they did end up coming rescuing them, and Saki did not have to go through all that teleporting the raft thing that they decided at first. But yeah, there you go. So they came back, and then there was that whole shenanigan with the newspaper club and all of that, like them trying to kind of make rumors and stuff, which obviously Psyche by the end was able to stop. And like by revealing their true nature to everyone and stuff like that. All right, and then the next episode we meet a new character, Mikoto, I think that's her name. And she's a gyaru, and she can actually knows fortune telling, and that's like the true fortune telling, not those scam fortune telling that a few people do. Not that type of a thing. It's a true one, and she actually, whatever she predicts, it kind of comes true, and stuff like that. So we get to see her, and why she has come to this school is because she knows that, there's she prophesies that her fated person is someone who has more spiritual aura than her or something like that. And she wants to find that person out, and that's why she's here, and she can see people's spiritual aura. Now Psyche was kind of scared because she thought that, oh, she'll get to know that I am a psychic and all of that stuff because she can see aura. But then he realizes that his aura is so big that whenever he comes in front of her, everyone else's aura completely disappears, and she feels as if she cannot see anyone's aura. But it's just Psyche's aura is so big that it's suppressing everyone's aura. So he realizes that, okay, if unless and until I kind of go very far away from Mikoto and Mikoto looks at me, she won't be able to understand that I have such a huge aura. So I should be safe when I'm near her. So that's the conclusion he came to. And yeah, and a few other stuff we got to see. All right, let's start. This is episode number 9. So yeah, I'll be putting in subtitles on the timer here. Sync it to whichever is your preference, and let's get started. Okay, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Hmm. Hmm. No, what the? Psychics should exercise extreme caution, part 1. Oh, this guy. That's him. Wow. What? Oh, is he trying to find his aura out or something? Wait, what the? Uh, ah, probably calculating his aura. Oh my God, Saiki's here. Here we go. Okay. Oh, time to run. Time to run. GOPP. 18. Oh. Oh my God. Yeah. Cause. Oh, there you go. He is here. Yeah, that's how why she's actually individually trying to find out because she can't see it. Oh my God. How? How did she? Oh my God. On fire. Oh no. Oh no, this is bad. But she can just teleport back. I was thinking like, oh, that's Saiki. Oh no, it's probably someone else. It's someone else. No. Ah, that's what he did. Okay, good. Little squad. Yeah. Oh no. Wait, what? Wait, what? Hey! Oh my God. Yeah. Okay, Saki will have to come now. Or maybe he can use telekinesis to. Okay, there you go. Did she see? Okay. Oh, that's why. Okay. Did she see? She see her. She saw him. Okay. Psychic. Okay. Yeah. Um. Yeah, he's gone. uh, yeah. Yeah, he's coming clean. Yeah, this is fine for him. Yo, what is this? Wait, what are you doing? No, no, no. Yeah. I'm sure he did. Are you just dreaming? Yeah. Mm, wait, it's still there. Oh no. What is going on? Why does she have Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he probably has like long vision. I don't think he can particularly see what's going to happen. Yeah, like anything can happen. Oh my god. Ah, makes sense. Probably not. Yeah. Oh, wait, what the hell? Wait, what? Oh my god, why? Okay. Oh lord. No, it's still there. Whoa! Is he? Oh. Ah. Oh, nice. There you go. Wow. The psychic circus of dreams. Okay. Wait. Is this like? Oh, is that? Yeah. What was his name? I forgot his name. I forgot his name. Hey. Yep. Ah. True. Wait, is that? Oh my God! It's Ike-san. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh. Yo. What is? Wait. What the hell? Oh my God! Then what happened? Ah! Oh no. Yeah. True. No, 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 please. Oh my god. Well, it's going to defeat the. Ah. Oh my god, Mr. Ike. I guess they didn't listen to him. Yeah. Oh, his name is Chono Roku. Yes, yes. Well, probably not. That's Psyche, isn't it? uh, okay, okay. Butterfly boy. Clowning around. That's just, yeah. Okay. Nice. Yeah. Wait. Oh no. He's doing it even better. Oh! That's illusion. Oh my god. Oh my god. Wow. Cause was? Oh my god, they didn't show the cause. Yeah. Well, Psychic Circus of Dreams, Part 2. Alright. I wonder what's going to happen. Ah! Yeah. Payment. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Wow, that. Oh my god. Yeah. What? Oh! There you go. Yeah. Oh my god, what now? Oh my god, another death flag. I feel like it's going to happen. It's not. Oh, Chona's going to get very famous now. Ah, this lion. Yeah. Mickey. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, he's back. Okay. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah. But wow. Oh. Oh no. Wait, is this? Yeah, is this the disaster? Oh, hmm. Well, yeah. Hmm. Yeah. The clown. Oh boy, Chono's gonna be famous now. Hey, your nose. Wow. Hope you get well soon. Oh, someone in the hospital. Oh, they just got a cold. Wow, look at all these people. Oh my god, I feel like the teacher will also be like this. I knew it, the teacher. There you go. Oh no. What are you doing? Ah, okay, there you go. Oh boy. Stop. Family thing. Well, good for you. Yeah. Yo, Kaido. For yo, this is like becoming a whole panic situation. Hey, this is kind of serious. Wow, they're going to full delusion mode now. What is? Oh my god, this is just these guys. It's such a code. Hey, you. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my god. Wow. Ah. Yeah. There you go. Hopefully she comes tomorrow. Yeah. Oh boy. This guy. Oh boy. The- well, and I'm pretty sure she'll be back. There you go. She's glowing like a rainbow color today. Usually it's a white aura, today it's rainbow color. Oh my god. Wow. These guys. Oh my god. Wow. And that is it. All right. So this episode, we begin with Sawakita, the mob character. He's just just he has accepted himself as the mob character, just an ordinary character, always in the manga panel, in the background and everything. I love how they bring up the manga, like like that page, and they kind of use an arrow to show him, like, oh, this that guy. I feel like like the whole, I guess, like he calls himself a mob character, but since he has been introduced to us, I think it defeats the purpose of a mob character. But he is still a mob character, but he's like, oh, I'm kind of getting into some kind of a development. But oh boy, Mikoto called him to check out if he has the the, what do you call it, the aura or whatever. And like, so since she has not been able to find out everyone by just looking at them, because Saiki's aura is so big, she is calling them, and like I'm kind of doing that whole thing that she's doing, like rubbing that, I don't know what that is, but that thing in the hand. And okay, you know what did she do? She rubs a few things in her hand, in his hand. And I'm guessing that's like a way to see if he's the one or something. And yeah, and he has like a notebook of all the people who has like the name starting with S and the last name with K. So yeah, like it's easier to, like, kind of track all the people. The next person was Saiki. And Saiki was like, all right, you know what, I can see everything's what happening, and I know, like, I'm going to get into trouble very soon. So let me just let me just quickly get out of here. Like, as soon as Mikoto almost comes to his classes. Oh, before that, we got like a little scene with Yumehara, where Yumehara was like, oh, like, I really hope that the name is SK, not KS, because Kaido and Shun. and Mikoto's like, no, obviously not. It's SK. And no, like, she's kind of trying to find out, and asking Yumehara about what does she think about this. So she says that, oh, why not, like, wouldn't this be the situation that since the person you're looking for has such a huge aura, that his aura is actually erasing everyone's aura? That's why when you are at school you cannot see the auras. That's like proof enough that the person you're looking for is actually also in the school. She's spot on, like, yeah, and that's exactly what's happening. And Saiki's like, what the hell? Saiki's like on top of the roof, that upper, like, thing. And Mikoto's like, oh, maybe you're right, yeah, that can be it. And she's like, she's kind of freaking out. She's like, oh my god, that's, like, that's crazy, like that amount of aura that person has. and she's freaking out, and she's like, all right, you know what, we'll stay here, look at everyone who's going outside, and if we see the aura, then we can easily determine what's going on. And that's the conclusion they came to. Now obviously Saiki is listening to that, and I thought, when we saw Saiki moving out, I thought it was Saiki, that power that he has, hypnotizing power to make other people see someone as someone else, that type of thing. I thought he did something like that, and to someone else, and she thought that was Saiki. No, sir, no, that was actually Saiki. What Saiki actually did was kind of, obviously he has like a vague realization of how much his aura is, so he kind of went till the maximum limit, and turned around the corner and then teleported back here. So they were not able to see his aura, because he was already, because they were already inside his aura up until there. So there you go. And so now they think that Saiki is gone, so Saiki is out, his name is not there anymore. And now all that Saiki will have to do is just wait here up until they give up. So that's it, that's how they'll realize that, oh, maybe it's something else, it's not that, what Yumehara thought. And turns out that's exactly what happened. It was night, and Yumehara's like, yeah, maybe I was wrong, because still now, we cannot see anyone's aura, so maybe I was wrong, maybe that person was is not in school, and maybe it's something with the school, that's going on, that's why you cannot see the aura. And so Saiki was almost able to win this whole thing, and he was almost able to trick them. Unfortunately, something happens here where Mikoto sees that Yumehara has the death written on her face, and something's going to happen. And Yumehara falls down. He was she was kind of leaning on the fence. It breaks. She almost falls down, and here, what's her name? Mikoto grabs her leg, and she cannot bring her up, she's falling down. And now here I was thinking, okay, Saiki will have to come now, definitely, because there's no one in the school, and to save her, he'll definitely need to come. But I thought, man, there was a few things that I kind of thought maybe it would be possible. One thing I thought could have been possible, he could have kept his identity a secret if he actually used telekinesis to reduce Yumehara's weight, kind of give her a little bit support using telekinesis, so that Mikoto herself can pull her up. What the problem here was that Mikoto was not able to hold on to her weight, and she was falling down. So all that he could have done is that use telekinesis, give her a little bit of support, and help her out for Mikoto. Obviously, when Mikoto will see that, oh, she has become lighter, she would definitely try harder and pull her up. That I think he could have easily solved this situation. He wouldn't have to come in front of her. He could have just used telekinesis or something like that. He could have easily done. Or maybe when obviously she was falling down, and up until the end he could just use telekinesis at that moment, and kind of lower the force that she's falling with, and slowly put her down. Obviously Mikoto will be surprised. Mikoto will be like, what the hell happened, how did this have happened, and all of that. But at least Saiki will not come in front of her, she'll just think, oh, something weird happened, something miraculous happened. But at least Saiki's identity would not come out. So I was thinking maybe he was going to do something like that to keep his identity secret. But he decides to just tell everything to Mikoto, and and I guess that's better in this case, because I'm pretty sure Mikoto, after seeing something miraculous happen here, her whole mind would probably think that, oh, there's definitely something going on in this school, and there's definitely the person, my soulmate over here. So I need to find out more. So probably I'm guessing Saiki was like, all right, you know what, I don't want to deal with all of that. So yeah. And also another thing, I guess Saiki would have had to come out sooner or later, because that was not it. Yumehara's the death thing that was written on her face, it did not go away after the first time. So obviously Saiki would realize that, and Saiki will have to go and follow them around and try to save her all the time. So either way, Saiki would have to come in front of them if he wanted to save Yumehara. So I guess ultimately he would have to come out. Nothing you can do. But yeah. Okay, now so Saiki teleports, and like Saiki kind of explained why he took so much time to teleport and save her, because the 3 minute time lag or whatever. And yeah, and so he teleports there, like kind of grabs her and teleports back to the roof behind Mikoto. And Mikoto here is like, what the hell happened? Like, like, is this like, like, is this is this like a trick or something like that? Are you really that the person I'm looking for? And he's trying to, like, he's coming full clean with it. He's like, yeah, and like, like, I'm the one who did it. That was telepathy, and no, that was teleportation. And what I'm speaking to in your head is using telepathy. He kind of explains everything, but obviously, Mikoto's like, oh, I don't know, like, I'm not sure if I believe you. Show me some proof. And he's like, like, yeah, if you don't want to believe, you don't need to believe. But he was like, all right, then fine, I'm going to show you something. And shows, the universal way to see if someone's an esper: bending a spoon. Takes out a spoon, and not only he bends it, he makes a whole knot with it, and the spoon is dancing around and everything, wiggling around. and and I love how Mikoto's like, oh, let me just snap a picture and give it on Instagram or something. And he's like, don't you dare. Don't say this to anyone. And Mikoto's like, all right, I'm not going to say this to anyone, but I need your help, obviously, because the death is like, the thing that the death destiny or whatever is not gone, it's still in her face. So Yumahara's face. So to help and protect her, she needed Saiki's help. So that's why she probably said something like, oh, you keep helping me out. And I'm pretty sure Saiki would have done it either way, even if Mikoto did not tell that to him. And so now Yumahara wakes up and she's like, oh, I'm dead. And then she's like, wait, I'm not dead. Mikoto's like, you're dreaming. What type of dream were you having? And yeah, so but the death is still on her face, so we need to keep her out of trouble. And now again, Mikoto's kind of thinking like, oh, is he really like a like an esper? Like, is that possible? Like, even if he's an esper, he probably cannot see me now. Like, and he's like way far ahead away, and like only God can do it. And he's like, oh yeah, like, I can see you, I can even talk to you. Oh boy. And now here they kind of telepathically talk, and what's her name, Mikoto says, Saiki says like, oh, like, can't we do anything about this whole thing, about the death thing? Like, you can actually see the future, so can't you prevent it? And she says like, no, it's not like that. And she talks about the whole thing of like, fate, as to like, even if like, when there's like a death lingering around you, even if you get to know how someone is going to die and save them, they're going to find some way or the other to die again in the near future. Like, she kind of gives an example: if you're going to get run over by a truck and somehow you are saved, then something else will happen, like probably like someone with a bomb is going to come in front of you or something like that. Just an example, like that's what he said. Like, and then, like, it's inevitable unless and until the death is lingering around her. This will keep continuing. So the best thing to do here is go to a safe place and kind of keep low unless and until the death lingering around her goes away. So that's like the whole thing. This kind of reminds me of Steins Gate, obviously, how like they tried to change Mayuri's future, but all the time keeps failing, even though they like go through so many different ways to prevent the future from coming true. Like, some way or the other, Mayuri faces the same fate, and it's the same thing over and over again. It keeps happening and happening unless and until they go to a completely different parallel world, like unless they reach a different world line. It's impossible to do anything, so that type of thing, it kind of reminded me of over here. Like, but here obviously it was not that complicated. They just needed to keep her safe up until the death lingering around her just went away, and it was done fairly easily because obviously Saiki has psychic powers. So the next thing that happened is they were walking, and suddenly like a random guy goes beside them, and Mikoto kind of looks at that guy, and Mikoto's like, oh, that guy. She probably saw his, like, the death written on his face as well. And then she sees Yumehara fall down on the ground, and like, she's pale, like, her stomach is in pain and all of that. And she's like, oh, it must be the fish that Merat gave me. It was probably poisonous. And I'm like, why did you eat something that Merat gave you? Oh god. And Saiki comes in and Saiki's like, all right, like, let's me do something. And obviously Mikoto's like, oh, obviously you won't be able to do this. But Saiki's like, it's okay, like, I've taken out the poison. And Mikoto's like, what? Yumehara's woken up, and then not, like, that's not it. Again, like, the death is still lingering around. And the other guy who was walking with death around him is in a truck, and the truck is coming towards them, and he's like, like knocked out cold. He's probably fallen asleep. Almost going to get Yumehara, but obviously Saiki is there. So Saiki was just beside the person and slowly stopped the truck. So after all of these, like, like near brushes with death, finally the death lingering around Yumehara and also this guy went away. And yeah, like, everything is fine. And here Mikoto's like, oh, finally, I, like, after all of these, like, proofs that I got in front of me, I can very much 100% say that Saiki is my soulmate or whatever. And like, yeah. And Saiki's like, oh my god, this is the one thing that I didn't want to happen. Oh boy. All right, the next scene is we will go to Chono's that circus that's going to happen. And he's like, he's going to participate there. And obviously Kaido and Nendo is there with them, with Saiki. And Chono was almost going to say, oh, master, but Saiki stops him. And like, so they're going to perform and everything. And I guess, like, like, he's a magician. Obviously he can perform in a circus and all. And it's kind of, like, also magicians in circuses. So he's going to do something like that. So they're like ready, and he obviously, his main goal is Midori, which is who is like Nendo's mom. And he's like, oh, is Midori going to come? And he's like, yeah, she's going to come. And yeah, now something happens here. That lion, I think it's the same lion, isn't it? The Mike, I think that's his name. He, like, the lion almost tries to get, like, like, Chono. And the funny thing here is everyone thought, like, obviously at the beginning we thought that, oh, the lion probably injured him because he fell down, it's like bleeding and everything. And then they say that, oh, it was not a lion, the lion was, like, chained. He tripped on that big ball and fall and crushed his head, and like, it's like, what the hell? And this is so funny that, like, that Chono's like, oh, like, my only wish, like, Saiki will substitute me, he's my master. And everyone's like, what is that, who, like, can he do this? Like, he's just a kid. And I don't think he can do it, and all of that they were saying. And obviously Chono has gone unconscious. So Saiki's like, oh my god, yeah, thank god they're not, like, taking Chono seriously. And he tries to go away, slowly slip away. But in comes Mr. Ike, and he's like, yeah, I know him. Like, he has been a great help to me and Chono. And yeah, he's like, I vouch for him. And everyone's like, Mr. Ike is saying so. It's okay, like, and this is the person. Saiki gets roped into being the substitute of Chono. And like, he's like that clown makeup and the costume and everything. And I love how he constantly does everything better. Like, the first thing that he does is when he starts, like, kind of juggling, Mr. Ike says, like, oh, you were supposed to go down from the ball and then start juggling. And he already started juggling, and everyone's like, my god, that's kind of impressive. And Saiki's like, okay, so I'm guessing it was supposed to be this whole going on top of the ball and juggling would be like the final thing, or the most exciting thing about this, like, this whole play. But I already did it, so how else am I going to excite the people? Like, what will I do for the climax? And then in the end he decides to just levitate using the ball, and obviously everyone's just very, like, happy. They're like, my god, this is amazing. And I love the voice that was coming, the recording voice. And it was recorded that Chono say that, I'm sure my people even better than me with some better tricks are going to come after my performance. And he's like, now he's like levitating on a ball, and everyone else is like, what the hell, we can't do better than this. And yeah, like like everyone was were very happy about Chono. Like Chono did a great job. Everyone's like applauding and everything. And okay, now after that, Saiki was almost going to go away, but then he suddenly gets a clairvoyance that something is going to happen in the circus, and some like a lot of people will get injured and everything. And he's like, oh my god, like I need to stay here. Obviously, because he's involved in this, he cannot just go away. Mr. Ike is like, oh, like like thanks so much, you can go now. Like I'll give you like, and if you want some money, you know. And he's like, no, I'm gonna stay here. And he's like, wait, you want more money? Like, okay, let me just go and contact. And then the next like Saiki, now from here on, Saiki becomes paranoid. Like whichever person he's seeing, he's thinking, oh, he might mess up and something might happen. But the first guy is like, like that guy who's going to walk on like on the rope and the bicycle, and or unicycle, not bicycle, that person. And Saiki's like, oh my god, he might be the one, he might fall down and hurt himself. So and he's just triggering all death flags at the beginning. He's like, oh, I'm going to propose after I do this. Like, don't do that. Like before you do something dangerous, don't say something like that. Don't talk about something in the future. That's a freaking death flag. So yeah, and Saiki's like, oh my god, this must be the guy. And he does the thing himself. And as he does more and more things, Mr. Ike gets more and more concerned. Mr. Ike is like, how much money do you want? Like, you're doing all of these things yourself. Like, we cannot pay you this much. And Saiki is like, no, I'm not doing this for the money. And and the next one is the trapezium one, the one, that one. He again like triggers death flags. And the thing is, everyone's looking at the stadium, at the stage, and they're seeing that it's Chono that is doing this, and Chono's popularity is getting bigger and bigger. Now, then in the end, there was that lion, Mike, and the ringmaster was like, oh, like this lion, he's very calm and very tame, while the lion in his head was saying, I want food, I want to kill humans. And Spike is concerned, obviously, because he can listen to the language and the mind. So yeah, now Saiki was like, all right, like this is probably the disaster. And when Mike comes out, like Mike was almost going to pounce on the people, but then he sees Saiki's aura and he becomes like a very very, what do you call it, very tamed cat. Like a little cat, he becomes very tame and very cute. His face completely changes. I think Mike means I think they call it Mike Neko. Let me check. What does that mean? I think it means I think that's why his name is Mike. Oh, Calico Cat. Mike Neko means Calico Cat, isn't it? Yeah, I think so. So yeah, I guess that's why the lion's name was Mike or something like that. Yeah, Mike. It's calling her Mike. It's like because of that. Anyways, and like the kind of the Mike is like just jumping around inside the rings and everything, and he's just okay. Okay, now here he comes to a realization when everyone says like, oh, Mike has always been like this. So he's like, wait, so the reason for the disaster happening is not Mike, it's something else. But then Chono comes in and Chono is like, oh, I met Midori in the lobby and she knows that it was not me. And and like it's like, what the hell, then what did I do all of this for? And he like he's like, and while all of that was happening, suddenly the roof breaks down and he realizes this is the disaster that was supposed to happen. And Saiki is feeling a little bit guilty because he's like, oh, even though I was here, I wasn't able to do anything. And because he tried, he tried to see who would be the reason for it, but it was not any of the reasons. And he got a little bit, like he wasn't able to figure it out properly. But thankfully, and no one was hurt. I'm pretty sure Saiki probably helped out in the little, when someone was saying, oh, this is it's light as styrofoam, and taking out those huge chunks of the roof. That was probably Saiki using his telekinesis to help them out. And everyone's like there's a lot of pandemonium happening and everything. And then we see uh what's her name, Chono. Chono coming and like, kind of helping out the kids and everyone, kind of making them happy. And we see Midori is looking at that, and Saiki is like, oh, I didn't even need to do anything, like there was no need for me to do anything. This is like something normal that they could have done themselves, impressing Midori. That's something, I did not need to do anything on behalf of him. He himself is doing it pretty nicely. So yeah, there was no need for me to substitute him. And yeah, that was nice. Right after that, oh my god, we get to the part with Teruhashi falling sick with cold, and everything goes crazy where everyone's just depressed, because their goddess has not come to school. The teacher is also like, oh, self-study. And everyone is like, all right, so Teruhashi is falling asleep, what are we supposed to do? Kaido starts messing the whole thing up. He's like, oh, what if it's not a, what, not sickness, what if it's something else, what if it's not a cold? And everyone's like, oh my god, then what? Maybe it's a some other type of thing that happened. Maybe she's not going to come to school tomorrow as well. And everyone's freaking out, and everything starts getting escalated, while Saiki in his head, he's like, no, it's a cold. I know, I saw it with clairvoyance, and looking at the situation at her house, I don't think she's coming to school tomorrow as well, because her brother is just being a nuisance to her. So yeah, like, and everyone's like, freaking out and everything, and Kaido keeps like, making the situation even worse. He's like, oh, maybe if it's something else, like, maybe it's even a more dangerous disease or something. Maybe if she doesn't come to school at all. And everyone's freaking out at that. Everyone's like, oh my god, like, what are we going to do? Like, and like, they start going into full delusions of like, oh my god, like, what's going to happen? Like, it's like a scene where we see Teruhashi in the hospital, her saying like, oh, I don't want to leave this world. She's crying, and she's like, goodbye everyone, and everyone's just crying with that. And it's a disaster, like a full-on pandemonium, and everyone's just freaking out. Hiro just leaves in the middle of the rain, and he's like god, if there's someone you want to take me, not her. And Kaido's like, wait guys, like, these are all hypothetical, and no one's listening to him at all. And like, obviously things are getting more serious, and like, people are freaking out more. And oh my god, like, someone from the other class, they just come out and they're like, Saiki, I've heard like Teruhashi's like, is not alive anymore. And Saiki's like, wow, like, this has escalated up until this time, this situation. So he's like, all right, let me do something. He goes to the roof and opens his like, the power suppressor, to, obviously because he needs the power to kind of like, telepathically tell everyone like, oh, it's just a cold. And obviously in their head they got that like, telepathic conversation, and everyone was like, oh, it's probably a cold, that type of thing. So for now, the whole school is calm. So now what Saiki needs to do is actually go and see that if Teruhashi is fine or not, because if the next day she doesn't come, this is going to be a big disaster in the school. And her brother is being a huge nuisance to her, and like, not letting her rest. So obviously she probably won't be able to come to school next day as well because of her brother. So Saiki goes and sees like, her brother is there, and just chops him completely, makes him unconscious, and drags him out. And for a moment, like, Teruhashi kind of saw her, like, Saiki, and she was like, it's definitely not Saiki. It's my delusions. But yeah, after that, the next day, Teruhashi is back. There's not a white aura around her, it's a rainbow aura around her, just, and everyone's like, wow, Teruhashi is here, like, such a great day. And they're like, all right, since Teruhashi is here, we there's no more studying, we're going to have a party. And even the teacher is like, yes, so, like, no study. And Saiki's like, wow, like, so this is how it becomes. Like, it's so funny. This kind of shows how, like, like, in every, like, situation, like, be it happy, be it sad, people always try to find a way to, like, not do something something like that. I remember in school as well, like, like, these type of situations happening, like, oh, like, something happened and everything, we used to try to tell the teacher like, oh, teacher, like, this happened today, like, why not give us a free period? And the teacher would be like, no, that's not happening. Oh my god, I remember that happening so much in our classes. Like there was a few teachers who actually gave us few periods, and those were the teachers we used to actually target. And all the time we would used to say something like, "Oh, this happened today," like this person did not book the book, or textbook, or look at this, so many people did not book the textbook to school. So why not give us a free period? And the teacher would be like, "No, not falling for that." Oh boy. Anyways, all right, let's go to the next one. This is episode number 10. So yeah, I'll be putting in the subtitles and the timer here. Sync it to whichever is your preference, and let's get started. Okay, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. Preventing a scam. Okay. Oh, the grandparents are back. Yeah? Okay. Yeah, that's definitely not going to happen like this. Oh my god, I feel like they're not going to come. No, it's probably the dad. Yep. Ah! Scam! Pretending to be a kid. Yo. That's not him. Yeah. No. No. Oh my god, you. Wow. Oh my god. No. Wow. Yo. What? Ah. Yo. Yo. Oh no. 4 million. Wow. Playing gacha games. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Damn. All right, let's see what happens here. Nah, they'll probably not be here. Yeah, they'll use the telephone and everything. Oh boy. Okay. Yeah, like leave it by the phone. Yeah. Oh, what's he doing? Tracing. Oh. Ah. Okay, let's see. Wait. Oh, damn. Yeah. This is like a huge thing going on. Oh no. Oh, oh, okay. Oh my god, is it Kusuke? I feel like it's Kusuke. Oh my god. Yeah, oh my god. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Which is true, you know. He did say I'm your grandson. Ah. And yeah. Yo. Yo, he knows everything that he's doing. Yo. Wow. Oh boy. Ah. Oh no. Ah, slippers. Okay. Okay. Ah, that's why. Wait, where's his gift? Did he forget? Where's my gift? Okay, there you go. Oh, what is this? Yo! His gift! He wants his gift! Where's his gift? Yeah? That's. You're. Okay. Did he forget about his gift? Oh. What? Yo, he's like going one. Oh my god. Yeah, he's like having a whole. Oh my god. Yeah. Wow. Oh boy. How shoddy. Wow. Yeah. 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 Why did he give him? Oh, he usually doesn't. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. There you go. Or maybe he probably has some kind of an idea, some kind of a thing that he has. Maybe some kind of gadget. Damn. Damn. Yeah. Nah. True. It's creepy. Wait, what? Oh my god. Yeah, you use the psychic powers. Yeah, you have to do it. Damn. Oh no. But it did not fall. Yeah. Damn. Wait, what? What? Oh my god. Few weeks after returning home. Wow. Ah. No, I don't think he said that. All right. He probably will. There you go. Yeah, that's true. Oh my god. No, that's. What the hell? Hey! Yo, this guy has completely changed everything. Yeah, well, the rural mad scientist. He like started like a whole laboratory here. Yeah. Yeah, but I don't know. Uh, yeah. He probably helped her out to, yeah. Wow. Oh boy. True, but hey, wow. No, this is probably a suit, yeah. Oh damn. Oh. Wait, oh my god. Yeah, like his own, yeah. Like even though everything is good, but he himself, his own body is, oh no, what's, yeah. I feel like the grandma is also, what is going on? Vegeta- Wait, what? Yeah. um yeah. Oh, uske sensei. Okay. I don't know. I don't know. I have a bad feeling. Uh, oh no, what's in it? What's inside it? What is that? All right, time to pack everything up. Temporary. Hey, time to run. Yeah. PK Academy psychical session. What? Psychical? Oh, okay. Ah, there you go. Coffee jelly. Oh, she saw that. Yeah, he's definitely not giving that to you. Oh my god. I don't understand. Oh god, here we go. No, no, they both know about him. Oh my god. Yep. Yeah, they are also psychics. True. Oh my god. Oh god, he's gonna get punched. Okay, what? Oh, give them the body for a moment. Wow, great job. Yeah. Oh, she can also see the past. Yeah, she can probably do that. Ah. Oh, wow, that's interesting. Yo! That's bad. Yeah. Sidekick. Oh! Alright. Oh, he can do it. Hey! No! Oh my god, he's using his hands! Ah, there you go. You're the sidekick now. Oh boy. Alright. Okay, so this episode we begin with seeing, like, it's been a while we've seen both the grandparents again, and this episode, like, we get a lot of, like, we got a lot of their screen time. The grandpa and grandma, they are, like, obviously they're there, and grandpa is kind of thinking about how Saiki is going to, they're coming there, and that's why he's very excited for Saiki to come, and he's kind of waiting outside and everything. Obviously his tsundere tendencies are working, and he's acting as if he doesn't care, but in his heart he's like, oh, my grandson is going to come. And he calls, them. Oh no, phone call comes, and he's like, oh, it must be my grandson. And takes the phone call. It's his dad, and he's just keeps it like down, and he's like, oh, this must be that scam. So this one thing, I've seen this in a lot of animes. They kind of bring out up. Like honestly speaking, this is one thing that I was really unaware of. So I'm guessing this actually happens in Japan. This ore ore sagi, or this me scam, that kind of thing they kind of call it. I think, where they say like, oh, it's me, like oh, I'm your something, like, can you, like, like something happened to me, can you bring like that much money over here, and like I'm in an accident or something like that, and they kind of just call people and try to trick them like this. And some people get tricked, some people don't, that type of a situation, I guess. So like I said, like, and I was very, like, when I first saw this whole thing in animes, I was very surprised. I was like, wait, so is this like an actual thing that happens in Japan? Because like, and I really wasn't aware of that. But a lot of animes bring this whole thing up, this it's me scam, that kind of thing. And and that's like, that's what is kind of brought up over here. And Saiki's grandfather says something like, oh, it's that scam, obviously, because he did not want to say that it was the dad. So then the next phone call is actually that scammer, that someone in that scam doing that. And someone calls him, and he's like, oh, I'm your grandson Saiki. And like, starts talking like that. And the grandfather at first was like, oh, it's probably a scam. But then as soon as he says like, oh, like, like, I'm like, my lovely grandfather or something like that, he says, oh, he says, are you really my grandson? Yes, of course, absolutely, I'm your real grandson. Oh, I love you, grandpa. And that's what he says. And the grandfather's like, oh, it's definitely Saiki, like, wow. And he says like, oh, I have, like, spent like 5 million yen in a game, so bring that amount of money to this place. And he's like, oh, maybe it's a scam. And then he again says, oh, grandpa, you're the only one who is left, that I can ask this from. And he's like, yeah, definitely, like, my grandson is asking me. And like brings up all the money and just leaves without even telling the grandma. And yeah, and he's like, in his car going towards that direction. Now obviously Saiki and they are coming, and they get to know that this happened to grandpa. And Saiki realizes what's going on and teleports to grandpa's like car, and tells him that, oh, it's not me, like, it's a scam. Grandpa gets to know that, and grandpa is like and grandpa is like, yeah, like, like, I like, like, we're going to catch this person then. And like, so don't go out of the car. And obviously in his heart he's very happy. He's like, oh, my grandson is with me in the car, we're going on a little drive and all of that, this is so fun, typical tsundere. And yeah, they reach the station. And now obviously the person won't be there, like, like, oh, that's not how it works, this is going to do something else now. And there's like a payphone, and it starts ringing. And obviously at this point I'm pretty sure everyone will realize that this is a goddamn scam. Like, like, who does that? So, but, and obviously they also know that this is a scam, and they're actually playing into this to catch the to catch the person who's doing it. So in the phone he says like, oh, like, keep the money beside the phone. And Saiki quickly takes the phone, uses psychometry to trace the call, and go teleport to that place. And in that place there's like a telephone with a recording already kept there. Now here at this point, obviously, like, it's like, we're getting to know that this is like a very big operation that's going on. Like they're ready with everything, like, like they're like, using like recorders and stuff. So yeah, this is like a big thing that's going on. And Saiki was like, all right, so let's go back. He goes back, and he's like, grandpa is like, oh, the money is gone, because he just left the money over there. But Saiki's like, not to worry, I have the money. And yeah, now here Saiki's thinking, like who could this be? Like someone who actually is aware of the situation, aware that my grandpa, like, is like this, like a tsundere, and is really like crazy about his grandsons. There must be someone who is acquainted with this situation and that is doing this. And even the whole precaution that that person took of, like, using a recorder connected to the phone to do this whole scam. Like this must be something, like, some inside job. And obviously, talking about inside jobs, the only person that will come to your mind is Kusuke. And it's obviously very easy for him to do something like this because he's good with the technology and stuff. So yeah, now he comes to a conclusion. As soon as he comes to a conclusion, Kusuke comes in and he's like, I'm here. I'm back from, I think, London. That's where he is, isn't he? Yeah, I'm back from London, and yeah, I'll be here. And now Grandpa is very happy. Both his grandsons are here. And as always, Grandpa goes back to his room and he's like, oh, like, more noise. But in his heart, he's like, yes, two of my grandsons are here. And Kusuke kind of starts, like, like pranking him by saying like, oh, like, is that so? Like, my grandpa is probably not happy that I'm here. Let me just go away. Like, go back to London. And and the grandpa's whole spirit comes out. And then he's like, just kidding. And it comes back again, the spirit. And Saiki's like, don't do that. Like, don't play pranks on him like that. Now, after that, they're in the dinner table and they're like having like a meal. And Kusuke has brought presents for everyone. Like for grandma, he has brought like a shoe. And, and I love here what happens is like everyone's talking about so many different things. Like, the dad brings up something else. And, he talks about how he came from London here and went to like, Saiki's house, and there he found out that his parents are not there. Has come over here, so he decided to came here. And like obviously he has not come here for a long time. That's why he thought, why not meet my grandparents as well? That's what he did. And yeah, that's why he's here. So now, while all of this was happening, he says, oh, Grandpa, I also have a present for you. And Grandpa's like, yes, my present. And every time that he brings up the present, someone interrupts the thing. Like, first his dad, then, like, the grandma is like, oh, let's go to a summer festival. And he's like, what the hell? Like, where's my present? Like, whenever he's talking about my present, like, someone's interrupting me. And then, wait, does he actually give the present to him, or he's not able to give it? Just a sec. Okay, they're talking about the festival, and no, I don't think he ends up giving the giving the gift at all. Like, all the time he kind of gets interrupted, and yeah, even by the end. Wait, or did he? Just a sec. No, I don't think he ends. Yeah, he doesn't end up. Okay. Yeah, he doesn't give the gift. Like, the final time that he was trying to give the gift, the grandmother's like, oh, like, the festival is here. Yeah, should we go? And yeah, that's what happened. So in the end, was unfortunate his grandfather doesn't get the gift. But either way, he's very happy because his grandsons are going to go with the festival with them, and he's like thinking like, oh, my grandsons will be in yukata, we'll have fun, this and that. And oh boy, the problem is that the cars don't have enough people. Like, only 5 people will be able to fit. And oh my god, I love how this whole situation goes crazy, where the dad is like, oh, like, I'll drive, so like, other 4 others who can go. And and they're like, oh, like, so let grandpa stay. And grandpa's whole heart, like, like, spirit comes out again. And Kusuke's like, no, wait a minute, why should grandpa stay at home? Let Saiki's, like, be on grandpa's lap. And grandpa is very excited. And then again, And then they say, okay, oh, good. Saiki's mom says, no, that's dangerous. Because like I suppose it's true, right? And while all of this was happening, his grandfather completely like, is going from one thing to another, one mental state to another, and he like collapses. And Cusco's there you go. Five people we have now. All right. In the festival, like they're kind of going around, like, and again, Kusuke, what Kusuke does, he always tries to do some kind of a competition with Saiki. He says that he's like, yeah, let's do a competition. And Saiki is like, are you okay with it? Like, you're again going to lose. And Kusuke is like, I've changed, and they're ready with the thing, the shooting thing, and they're playing, and Kusuke is like, why are you not using your powers? And Saiki is like, oh, I don't want to like use my powers because I feel bad for the old man who's in charge of the store. And Kusuke is like, oh, that doesn't make it fun. Like like this is not like going as I think it would go. So I'm going to change something here. I'm going to like go make you go against a challenge. We'll only be aiming for one present, which is that one, the big one, and I'll try to do like I'll put no stops. I'll go full out and try to get it while you try to stop me using your psychic powers. And he brings out like a whole ray gun or whatever that was, I don't know, and shoots it. Obviously Saiki has to stop it. He uses his powers to stop it, and the whole thing ricochets and goes in like another direction and starts like exploding, and everyone's like, oh, it's fireworks. And Kusuke is disappointed he lost again. But something happened. The ricochet actually made the beer move a little bit, which kind of shows that he is improving, and like it's probably a matter of time that one day he will probably be able to defeat Saiki, and that's why he's more than happy for that. He's like, I had fun, and I'll get you next time. And then they talk about what size, like like why is he here and all of that. He says, oh, my college is over, so yeah, I'm going to stay here. And he's like, I'm going to move in with you guys. And when they tell Grandpa about it, Grandpa again collapses in happiness. All right, so Kusuke has moved in with her grandparents, and we can see like the dad saying like, oh, you like bring this to Kusuke, it's few of his things that he didn't take with him. And Saiki teleports to that place, and he's thinking about, oh, this place is very like like there's no technology here, but it's nice. And then he sees like like drones moving around, like automatic security, people in like a scooter thing, that automatic thing, and like so many technological advancement, people like like old men having like huge technological phones and all, and it's like crazy, like and Saiki realizes Kusuke is doing this. He quickly goes to Kusuke and he's like, what the hell are you doing? And he talks about how he found like an old lady who was having trouble changing a bulb, and seeing that, he decided to help them out and made her like a goddamn power suit. And Psyche is like, oh my god. Now this is like an interesting thing. This whole scenario brings up the good and the bad of technology, like it's like that type of a scenario here where we get to see the good and the bad of technology. Like the grandpa comes in, and at first Psyche was afraid. Psyche was like, wait a minute, you completely changed him. And then he's like, oh no, it's just a power suit. And he's like, oh okay. And then like in using this power suit, he can like like do a lot of things, strong things, like carry huge weight, jump around, even though Kusuke is the one controlling them using the remote control. But there's one thing I kind of thought about. I was like, even though he can do all of these things, in the inside he's that like he's the same old man, so going through these type of strenuous activities, like jumping around and everything, his heart probably won't be able to take it. I was thinking of that. I was like, like even though he has this powers now using the power suit, he himself is an old man, and he's like going through all of these things. So it's obviously putting a lot of pressure on him. And I was like, my god, like it sounds good, but it's putting pressure on the grandpa. So, and not only that, we get to see I love the whole Dragon Ball reference. Like the grandma is like in a thing, and like that's the thing Vegeta used. Oh boy. Now grandma is outside, and grandma is like, almost like, getting younger, using that. And Psyche is like, oh my god, I need to stop this. Like, even grandma will probably not be on my side after this happened. And here grandma starts saying like, oh, like, everyone's praising me, everyone's like, oh, your grandson is so good, he's helping so many people out and everything. And here we kind of are like, like, think like the positive things of technology, and we're like, ah, that's so nice, like, yeah, obviously. And Psyche was also probably going to change his mind up until the the thing he was supposed to bring falls down and everything comes out, and then they read that this is actually a project to defeat Psyche. And there's a lot of side effects for this. For example, the anti-aging machine actually is temporary. It accelerates your aging after that and all of that. So basically he's using all of this to do some kind of a experiment on, like, like, to defeat Psyche and everything. And like, Psyche was changing his mind. He was like, yeah, maybe, like, it's fine, like, this is happening. But then when he sees this, like, he's like, no, we need to stop this. And Kusuke realized what's going on. Like, he probably has to leave here, and he runs away. Like, goddamn, Kusuke. Now, like I said, this whole section was the whole, like, good and the bad of technology, about how technology is does so many good things, but at the same time, it's also kind of like, and like, does bad things as well. So the balance, everything should be in balance. That's the thing. Like, obviously we cannot abandon technology. If we try to abandon technology, like, we won't be able to progress. And if we use too much technology, our world will be destroyed by the end of it. So balance, that's the thing. Balance is good. We need to keep a balance. So that type of a situation. Anyways, okay, and then final scene where we get to see Saiki is in his in the diner that he comes to eat coffee jello, and Mikoto's already here because she saw it in her divinations, and she's like, she's trying to, like, kind of talk with Saiki and trying to kind of appeal to him, because he's his soulmate, her soulmate, or whatever like that. And here Reita comes in, and he's like, what the hell is going on? And now here's the funny thing, I realized it after he comes in. It's true, as Saiki says, these both of them know that they are, like, he's a psychic, and both of them are psychics. And we get to see when Saiki himself says that I told you guys about my, like, situation because I did not want to keep you guys out of the loop because you are also psychics. Like, half, or like, lack of information, or like, half information can be dangerous. So I gave you the full information, and that's why he actually revealed himself to Mikoto as well. And he says that, and like, and now obviously these two starts quarreling with each other. Like, Reita is like, oh, like, what can you do? You're not, like, you can just divine stuff, and while she's like, oh, what can you do? You can just, like, have, like, you're the spiritual medium. And he uses his power to, like, like, tell the color of her underwear and all that. He kicks him, and like, while all of this was happening, here is interesting that Mikoto talks about her power a little bit more clearly, and we get to see what it actually is. So basically, she can divine things, and like, because of that, she can probably divine and get to see what's, like, like the lottery number or the lucky something, and that's that way she can probably like, cheat the system, and probably get extremely lucky. But there's a downside to it. Like she says, like, a person's luck is like a wave. It goes up and down, and like, and we get like a little visual representation. So basically, there we saw like a line which is almost, like, like parallel, like, almost very, like, low. It's not going much up, not going much down. That's a luck where it's probably almost normal all the time. Those type of people who doesn't get too much lucky but never gets too much unlucky as well. That's that type of luck. Well, there's another line we see which goes up and completely down. So basically, that's the type of luck where someone gets extremely lucky and then extremely unlucky, that type of thing. So basically, as she's saying, everything balances out by the end of it. So if you try to manipulate your luck to get extremely lucky by, for example, winning like a lottery and winning like $5 million or something, in the end, the next day you might die. as extreme bad luck. So everything's going to cancel out by the end of it, which is interesting, and like he says, it's like an interesting thing that she says. Now obviously this brings the whole thing about, then that's useless, isn't it? Like being able to divine, and and Rita brings that up. Rita's like, that's basically useless. So what are you useful for then? She like kicks him, and she's like, we get to know what's going to happen. Like that in itself is enough for it. Like saving someone, like just like we saved Yumehara and stuff like that. So, and now these two start quarreling with each other. They're like, oh, let's see who's better than someone. Out of the three psychics, obviously Saiki is the best. And then who's in number 2 position, and who deserves to be Saiki's sidekick. And then they start trying to figure out who's better. And we get to see that Saiki is afraid of cockroaches and bugs. As soon as that comes in, they're like, all right, who'll be able to defeat this cockroach will win. Both of them don't like cockroaches. So what Reita does is let someone else inhabit him, kind of possess him and get the cockroach. That guy tries to use his hand to stomp the cockroach, and I'm like, that's nasty. But either way, the cockroach flies away and it goes towards Mikoto. Mikoto tries to use the spray but fails, and everything's going completely crazy. But then the shop owner comes in and squashes it. And he's like oh, you're my sidekick from today on, man. Master. No, what did he call him? Manager, I think, something like that. Yeah. And yeah, manager. And that's where it ends. Oh boy. So yeah, I feel like Saiki will be the most happy if he's the one who becomes his sidekick, because he has an infinite supply of coffee jelly. So Saiki if he becomes Saiki's sidekick, he can probably get a lot of supply of coffee jelly, and I'm pretty sure Saiki will be the most happy, because if that ends up happening. But either way, that was it. That was this episode. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel or you haven't subscribed. Comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know, and I'll check them out. That's it, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next week with 2 more episodes of The Disastrous Life of Saiki K. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.